Hello, good evening. This is Brother Benson Media, and today is a Sunday. We are blessed to have this opportunity to just have a political recap on what happened over the weekend, partly, and what happened over the week. Before we proceed, allow me to take this opportunity to invite all our viewers. And for your information, this is Brother Benson Media, and here we say that your opinion counts. You can engage us at the comment section. We've also shared the link. If you have something to say, you can also join the link and give us your take. I'll take this opportunity to invite my guest, Mr. Miguda, to also say hi. Thank you so much, Gypsy Con, at the comment section. Thank you for always being there for us. Mr. Miguda, you can say hi.
Hi, Makubura. Hi to all our esteemed viewers. Hi to Debs O'Connor for tuning in. I'd like to welcome each and everyone for this evening session, East African time, and also encourage that for those who watch for the first time, kindly you can support the channel through subscription. You can like, you can share the video. As well, you can also watch the Hearts video, because that is the only way you can assist the channel. The channel needs to grow for its effectiveness, because primarily we understand that we measure on the civic education to the members of the public. We do civic education of the public, and also we give an open discussion to each and everyone, and also allow that room for tolerance. Therefore, I hope we are going to have a very interactive session. Back to you in studio, Makobora.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I just want us to have a look at what happened today. Mashemeji Derby. It's called Gor Mahia versus AFC Leopard. I'm quite sure that you did follow the football match that was going on today. Maybe you can just give us an update of what happened before we get into the world of politics.
The game was supposed to be played a long time ago, but has been postponed due to some factors. According to the FKF, that's Football Kenya Federation, and other factors. But yesterday it was good that the day came, people turned out in large numbers. We saw the way fans of Gor Mahia and fans of FC Leopards turned out in large numbers in the CBD. And also people tried to come together, interact through sports. It was a very good tournament because we saw the outcome, and it was also good because the team drew. They were nil-nil. I don't know what will happen if some other opponent could have scored, but I understand that it was peaceful. That's what we always advocate for. Let us live peacefully and unity as Kenyans. You can differ even when it comes to sports. You can be a fan of Kogalo, someone can be a fan of FC, but doesn't mean that now you are not united as people of Kenya. You must be united. And I also want to applaud the fans of Ingwe and the fans of Kogalo for how they carry themselves during our local league. It should be always demonstrated, even in international games. Let us always emulate what we did today. And the teams also finally they have their derby, and they have also decided that each and every one was to have is 1 point. And Gor Mahia given 1 point, AFC 1 point. But now Gor Mahia is still having some 1 game behind. If they can play, they want to move to position 2 or maybe position 1, but not they. At least they have to win in the forthcoming games, like 2 games, for them to become position 1, because they are passionate about retaining the league, and they are also determined. We wish them all the best, and also the so-called Mashemeji. We wish them all the best. Let us not be divided because of politics and sport, because there are some other politics. Even if we are divided in politics, maybe some people say that today there is not going to be ODM in Western Region. But when it comes to football, we are also divided at the same time, we are united. I think it was good for the country to be peaceful and united, no violence. At the same time, it also encourages us to support our local league, because when you purchase those tickets, it gave us an opportunity to maybe subscribe to the clubs accounts, and also they can get something from the funds, like funding. And also, it was not only attended by the people living in Nairobi. I saw some people came from Oshago, like I saw some people came from Kisumu, some people came from Bungoma, Busia, and they were having their different teams. Team Kondele, team Bungoma, team Busia. It shows that other than the people living in the city, that unity has also been demonstrated, that there is a connection between the people in the city and the people residing at home. The same way we had that connection, even when we are part ways, we should demonstrate that when we are opposed to bad governance, when we decide that we are going to vote for this person against William Ruto, let us also decide as a people. Let us not be divided because of our ethnicity differences, because of our support based differences, but let us do it once and for all as like a revolution for the sake of the country. And we are still insisting that we are going to revolve this country at ballot. We are going to do it constitutionally, that that person against Ruto, we will vote for him overwhelmed.
Okay, thank you. Maybe something else that you can also just give us an update on is the tension, the political tension that was there. It is being perceived that Kogalo, more of the funds from supporting Kogalo are Luos, and also more of the funds supporting AFC are from Luyaland. There has been some, messages going on social media, especially after what happened to Honorable Peter Salasia. There were some group of people who are trying to tag that to the tribal, trying to make it look like a tribal fight. Uh, I'm quite sure you watched the game or you were there. Maybe just an update. Was there any political tension, or did you see any people fighting or anything like that?
Anybody who is anticipating, or anybody who is wishing that one day Luos and Luya to fight, I don't think it can happen. There can be some tensions and they can be controlled. What happened to Salasia, we are still condemning it and we don't advocate for it. We have condemned it in the highest term possible, that the act, the vicious act towards Salasia was organized and it was plotted by certain people, the so-called goons in quote. But it was never organized and plotted by the community and general no community. Therefore, even today, whatever people are saying on social media, it was just more of a friendly match, Makobura. It is normal. You can have a friendly match that today you are going to see. Today you are going to throw stone at you. With that Salasa today. But there was no intent. There was absolutely no intent to fight anybody, even from the fans. People are just happy because it has been a long time before meeting the derby. People were just celebrating. People wished each side to win, but there was absolutely no tension about violence, and there was nobody who was armed against other people. The reason why it's very difficult for the two communities to come together and collide, you understand that most of the women from the Western region are resident of the Nyanza region. Therefore, just imagine you are going to fight someone who has there for you kids. Similarly, you find that most of the women who are in Western region are from Nyanza. So how do you fight? You're like you are fighting your fellow kinsmen. They are they are deeply rooted in intermarriage to an extent that if you see a lawyer, you see you are bro. If you see a law, you see you are bro. And let me give examples, even in the political context, in the political class, you find that people like Paul Otuoma, the current governor of Busia, the mom is from Lowland. The former of the land, Governor Mwamba, the mom is coming from Alego. You understand that? And it's like their relatives or their maternal home is at Alego. Similar, most of the maternal home of the Luo nation are from the Western. That's why they can just disagree politically or disagree when it comes to football, or because you can't agree always. But when it comes to the issue of violence, these people have lived for a very long time without fighting. and I do not see any possibility for them to fight. And we are just saying, we have insisted that we are opposed to the status quo, most of us. But there is no need of you fighting your fellow person because that person is subscribing to the status quo. The same way we have freedoms and rights to articulate our suggestion about the status quo. In the same way, those people also have the freedoms and right to side with the status quo. And we are just waiting for them at the right place constitutionally. But the issue of tension was not there. The issue of tension, sometimes it can be due to political differences, but it is always not there. Fans were friendly. People could sit wherever you want. You can sit where the FCR, FCR, where the Kogalo are. There was absolutely no tension between the Kogalo and Ingwe fans. That one I can state without any fear of any consequences.
Okay, thank you. Maybe something else that let's get to the political world or political field. There's a comment that came from the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, and he's talking. He said something that is really trending on social media, and the people are asking the kind of mentality or the kind of thinking that the political class has. Mudavadi is saying that with the combination of the president and the former premier Raila Amolo Odinga, no one should expect, the Gen Z should not expect to remove the president from, uh, they should not expect to win the election come 2027. And he's assuring them that from where he sits, he's not seeing any possibility of the Gen Zs and the opposition winning the 2027 general election. What is your take? Is it a sycophant comment? Is it a political threat that they're just showing the opposition or the Gen Zs? What is your take on the comments of Mudavadi?
The person who purport to tell the people that there is going to be a landslide defeat from the status quo, from the people, is living in the days I don't understand, or is living the denial, or it's not faced with the reality. Because if you talk about the power, currently let us admit that there is a disconnect between leaders and the people. There's a disconnect between leaders and the people, and the leaders think that the delegated power from the people to exercise indirectly is absolute power. That is why that power has got into their heads and they're just too loud, but they are not attached to the reality on the ground. The sovereign power belongs to the people. And that delegated power which they are exercising, those public offices, came directly from the people. Actually, the person who was making comments was not even delegated any power by the people. He was made or appointed. Therefore, I still believe that it is the people who shall have the last say concerning the 2027 election. But a mere person who was just appointed, who was made a prime cabinet, or any person who was elected as a leader, you cannot have a final decision or say about the 2027 election. The same leaders have denied us our rights to assemble. They have denied us our rights to demonstrate and picket. They have denied even our rights for social media. And now they have limited us that if you must remove the regime, let us go to the ballot. But now if you want to go to the ballot constitutionally, then they want also to try to also decide for us what to do and what not to do at the ballot. I can say certainly that these people, they have been cornered by the people, and wherever they are, they're just pushing threats to the people. Things like you have made a decision that the current president is going to win in 2027. That is your own politics. It's in your head. But as for the people also, They must have a say. They want even to control the slogan of the people. They want even to control how people should speak. That you don't say Ruto must go, say so and so. So should we say William Ruto must go or Ruto must exist? Whatever ways he will go, even if he do his second term, at the end of the day, Ruto will go. Ruto will not stick to power to eternity. You can't come and control people, how people think, how people want things to be done, how people assemble, how people demonstrate, how people picket, or how people should talk, how people should critique. You are even telling us that if you must critique, you must do it our way because we are much informed than you people. That one, we are not going to agree with them as a people. The same way we have allowed them to exercise their delegated power from us at those public places. That the same way they should also respect us. We exercise our sovereign power in accordance with the constitution at ballot. And at ballot, there is not going to be sympathy. People think that is going to be applicable for William Ruto alone. No, it is going to be applicable for everyone from MCA, those people who cited the status quo, or those people who were never for us when we were in demand for them to restore dignity to the governance. It will be difficult for them to make a comeback. But as the people have already made a decision and people want reform, and there's this wave of revolution. And I believe each and every person, if you walk into a polling station, given an opportunity to mark, you only mark for a reformist face or someone with viewers, someone going to transform the country. And if you don't mark for that person, then you can't understand you because currently as things stand, we are moving in the wrong direction. And the best way to sort our country is to bring transformation. And transformation will only happen at the ballot constitutionally, not unconstitutionally. And therefore, if you are, because do not cry for us after election that the economy is hard or whatever the case, but now you are going to have an opportunity to transform your life, transform your state. If you must transform your state, then it's very clear. There's no need for giving the current regime second term because you are the person currently crying about economic. You are the person currently crying about police brutality. You are the person currently crying about abduction. You are simply crying about taxes, which has been raised by the government. You cry about new funding model. If you keep on crying, then it is very much insane that when you are given a ballot to mark, you are going to mark for re-election of these people. You need to rethink as a nation, and we need to rethink as a people that if we must transform, if we must transform our state, let us have one candidate against status quo. Let us not even have push and pull from the opposition. It doesn't mean you don't need to be Wamunyoro, you don't need to be Kalonzo, you don't need to be Matiang'i, you don't anybody, even a young person of 30 years. If we set on that person, let us unanimously accept and vote for that person, and we delegate our power to that person. That's why I still believe that the disconnect between the people and the leaders is a reality. And those people who are not living the reality, it will catch up with them in 2027. Well, let us not make mistakes. We have made a lot of mistakes before. It's the right time for us to move swiftly as a country and ensure that we reform our country once and for all, for ourselves and for our future generation, the Gen Alpha and the people who will come. The people who are in the current administration, they have to side with that current administration. So do not worry if you hear such people uttering such words. That is their duty, and that is what they are doing. They must please their boss. They must side with them. But there's no absolutely no reason for someone who is not the government to side with that government or to support it on the basis that the president is from my tribe, deputy from my tribe, prime from my tribe. So what if he's from your tribe? He's from your tribe, but there is no service delivery for you as a Kenyan. It's high time let us transform. Let us have a revolution of the mind. But not that we are opposed to people. Personally, no. We're just setting things right that the people actually are crying. The best way to do it is transform governance, and that's how we can get it right.
Okay, thank you. I can see at the comment section, Gypsy Corner. Thank you so much, Gypsy Corner. I can see Judith Karuitha. Thank you so much, Judith. Hapa tunamuita the leader of Gen Z. I can also see Brenda Obedi at the comment section. Thank you so much, Brenda. I can also see our good friend from Uganda, Kiwanuka Nsereko. Whenever I see that name, it reminds me of a saint, Nserenkuma from Uganda. Yeah, so I want to take this opportunity to just upload and to say a big thank you for all of you who have joined. I can see our Gen Z leader, Judith Karuitha, at the comment saying thank you. Thank you so much, Judith. Mr. Migura, something else that I want us to talk about. We are seeing the political leaders defending the government. And, there's this comment from the cabinet secretary in charge of Interior and Coordination, Honorable Murkomen. He talked about, he defended the CDF. And, what is your take on his defense?
This is card. This is politics. Cards are being played on the table, or chess are being pushed. If you push a certain one, you must replace the one you are pushed. And you understand that the roles of the CDF and the roles of the NIS are clearly stated in the Constitution. The KDF should be dealing with the external attacks and should protect the country from the issue of the internal. This internal thing of deploying KDF to the civilians, even if some people are supporting it, but us we are still opposed to it. There's no need. We have police officers who have to deal with the people internally at the National Police Service Commission. But this issue of bringing our soldiers to internal affairs, I think we are making a mistake. And some days soldiers will lead us to state house. When it comes to revolution, they will, because soldiers are not allowed to shoot at the civilians. There's no way a soldier can shoot direct to a civilian. They can never. What if they are on the street and we ask them kindly escort us to state house as the people? Then things will go south in this country. Actually, KDF can assist people to take power and let them leave them at their in the barracks. NIS, in my view, NIS also should be operating invisibly. We should not even see them. We should not even know who is NIS and who is not NIS, because if they are known, they cannot get information from the public. You must be invisible. But this issue of them coming visibly to the public as if they are politicians or they are having some political party, I don't encourage it as a citizen of this Republic of Kenya, because now we talk about the internal CS who came out to defend the statement of CDF and the NIS boss. The reason why the internal CS came out to defend the issue of CDF and NIS, it is because when the CDF and NIS make a statement, the people of Kenya reacted to their statement, including some leaders, including the people, social media, mainstream media, magazines, newspapers. People responded to them and also requested them to stick to their roles constitutionally. Now they cannot come back to respond to the people. That is why the internal CS is using that gap to respond to the people concerning the issue raised by the people. Because they know their capacity, they cannot come and engage into internal affairs, the politics of the country, because you will keep on addressing the people. You will keep on calling out press conference at the CDF. When CDF is constant in engagement with the people, that whenever people respond to him, he will also respond to the people. It will not be as per the law. That is why internal CS has to come in and respond, justifying the CDF statement, the NIS statement, at the same time responding to the members of the public that it must be our way, not your way. And that is one of the signs of dictatorship and threats from the internal CS. He is threatening people And who is trying to justify that whatever CDF and he says they are speaking from the point of formation. I disagree with him. If at all he understands that is the internal CS and is dealing with the internal affairs of the country, why is he now justifying statements of CDF who should be dealing with the external affairs? There is controversy between the CDF and the internal CS. If at all there is someone who should defend the CDF and the army in general, we have the CS for defense. Why can't they use that office of the CS of defense to come in and defend or justify the statement which was made by CDF? Even if our military are deployed internally, we have the CS for defense who should come and defend the reasons why they have been deployed internally. But the issue of internal CS coming to defend the CDF or the Kenya Army, they are trying to have it like you must. It is by force, by fire. We threaten you. So what I do? Those are the things they're trying to learn. But we are telling them that we are people of those things have been overtaken by events, and there's something I don't want to do about it. When people go to ballot and you are given a ballot paper, you will not be there to force somebody to vote for someone you want. People will make their own decision uh, by themselves and mark those ballot independently without any interference with it. That's why I'm telling Makobola that let us, as Kenyans people, we have just a small task. Those who don't have IDs, kindly pick your IDs. Those who have the register card registered, then when that time comes, walk into a ballot in the polling station and mark for transformation. And that's how we are going to do it constitutionally.
Okay, thank you. Maybe the last thing that I'd want us to have a look at is the former CJ, Kenan Maraga, is saying that he's going for presidency and he's head to the call by the Gen Zs. At the same time, the members from Gusii land, the likes of Senator Onyonka, Honorable Kibagendi, they're saying that they're supporting one, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, to go for the presidency. What is your take on those, the comments of the two legislators or these legislators from Gusii land, and also the stand of the former CJ Maraga?
When you narrow it down to the Kisii region, politics is all about interest. And the people who are pro-Matiang'i in that region, their interests are well catered for when Matiang'i becomes the president. And the people who are opposing CJ Emeritus, it means that they are no longer having interest into the interests are well taken care of into the Maraga issue. But we also have questions here. And we don't want to mess this time around. We must be very careful. Why are these people now opposed to Emeritus, David Maraga? They don't want him. They want Matiang'i. Who is pushing Matiang'i? Those are things we must ask ourselves. Are the people pushing Matiang'i or somebody somewhere is the one who wants Matiang'i to be a puppet? We are not going to have a puppet. If Matiang'i is going to be someone's puppet, then we are not going to board that train. We don't want a puppet. If you start engaging with the people who are going to sponsor your campaigns, the figures that we have put on notice, I don't think people are going to vote for you. We don't want someone's puppet. They must make it clear to the people. And we don't want someone who's going to represent the interests of the current leaders. The people who are supporting or they are pro Matiang'i, some of them are members of parliament, some of them are senators. And if at all they are going to continue the same trend they are doing currently, they cannot they cannot reform. And by the some of them are going to make it back parliament. That's why we don't want as a paper. You must be very clear. We don't want a puppet. When someone who is organic, that people come direct from the people say, okay, so and so should be the president. And we also have to look at many things, integrity. Let's look at the history, how we have worked in the public office. And also, we don't want an extension of someone's term. If someone served in the previous regime, you want to come back as the president and he was the CS, can't you see that that's an extension of someone's term? and look at the party you want to come back with, the party which has ruled in the country. When we say overhaul of the whole system, it's not a walk in the park. It will mean overhaul. It's not that we are overhauling the system partly. No, we don't want a puppet. We don't want an extension of someone's term, someone who has gone home as the president. We don't want someone going to come with a party that has ruled for the country. Like you want to come with the KANU, you want to come with PNU, you want to come with ODM, you want to come with the Jubilee, TNA, UDA. No, that's why I say that this issue of emeritus, CJ and Matiang'i, we are going to handle it at the high level, not now, because these things are just happening in accordance with the nature, how it should be happening. And I believe that now emeritus has dive in, want to contest, and is moving across the country. But where is Matiang'i? We have not seen Matiang'i. He is not even in the country. And you want us to endorse someone who's not in the country. If you want to run for the presidency, come here and face Kasongo, because the opponent is not a joke. You understand? The current president is not a joke. It's not someone who can just leave power, that for the sake of leaving power, the people have voted for the opponent now is going to be declared. He can do anything humanly possible to stay in power, including CDF and NIS. Therefore, if you must run for the presidency, you must believe this country. We want to see you. Are you someone who's coward? Why are you hiding? Come and face challenges. Come to rallies. Face those tear gas. Face those arrests. Face those blockage of road. Face those blackmails. Face those court cases. That's when you are going to be strong. Let them come and even abduct you. Send nails into your house. Send all those things. We want to see you because we don't want to take a coward as the president. You must face all those challenges. But even when it comes to detention, come and be detained here so that you can convince us that you are ready to take this person, because this person is not a walk, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. And the people also surrounding, they're not joke. They are not ready to leave power. And if you that is when we know that you say, but if you keep on social media that I want to run for the presidency and we have not hit the ground, don't stop playing the people's mind. Let us ensure that we come and also engage the people so that we can ensure that you face all challenges other leaders are facing here in Kenya. You move, they tear gas you, they send for you all police station to your rally, they arrest you. That is when we will vote for you. It will be it will be even good. But you can't they want to come here 6 months to election. No. Let them present themselves to the people of Kenya, because it is the people who are going to elect them, not where they are hiding.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Miguda. I can see a comment from our good friend Gypsy Corner. Gypsy Corner is saying, you can't change Kalonzo. We have to accept him, Mr. Coldfeet, just the way we accepted Raila liking to second. You'll give your take on that. And also a good friend, Kiwanukan Serenko, saying, kindly organize on how to invite more leaders so we can get their views on the current issues. Otherwise, your channel is always has good analysis. Thank you so much, Nsereko. Thank you so much for that, that the good words that you've given to us. Mr. Miguda, what is your take on the comment of Gypsy Corner? Just give your take on that. And then I'll answer our good friend Serenko on his what he has raised.
I understand what Gypsy Corner is saying, but if you are being a leader who is growing cold feet, then we are sorry. Just maintain your status and don't come to the people that you want to take advantage of the Gen Z constituents, and you are going to disappoint them. If you know you are going to disappoint Gen Z, just stick to whatever you understand. What our good friend Baba is our good friend. We have not said that Baba atumtaki, tunamtaka. Baba realized that he doesn't want to disappoint the Gen Z constituent. Therefore, he has made a decision to join the status quo and is very comfortable there. So if you know you are going to disappoint the movement, follow Baba, follow Ruto, but you don't waste our time, and you know you are not going to make it. That's why I want those people who want to run for president to come and hit the ground and face those challenges.
Okay, thank you. To Serenco, yes, we are trying to organize and also invite more guests. The challenge nowadays is since the broad-based government came in place, there's some level of confusion among leaders. Some of them are not able to come out or give us time to just engage them on issues, on current issues. There's some level of confusion. So sometimes, especially those ones that we used to host, some of them are not really willing to come. But we are trying our best to always engage leaders and also hear from them. Whenever we get them, of course, we let you know. We do. Not so long ago, the other 1 week ago, we've had two guests. One is a gentleman whom we've been having here so many times. For the first time, we saw him change. He used to be an ardent supporter of the president, but of late they formed their own political party, and he has realized that he has to stand with the people, so he stopped supporting the president. And also, we've had an MCA from Kisumu who also came and gave us her view. So, of course, we are trying to reach out to them. Some of them, of course, are not finding it easy, but we'll keep on trying. Whenever we have them, we'll let you know. That is what I can say on that Nsereko. Mr. Miguda, I'll give you a chance to just give us maybe your last remarks and the political last remarks, and then we'll just call it a day.
Okay, my last thought, just like to add Kenya that it is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy the way you are saying. It is going to be very hard, and because they are going to use all humanly possible anything to ensure that they remain to power. Therefore, if you must go to this war, let us be prepared for anything. It can happen on your way, but the struggle will always continue. Let us not stop because there are new challenges. That's the heart of it. I think we'll meet next time, Makobura. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you so much. I also want to take this opportunity to just acknowledge the presence of everyone who joined, especially those who commented. Thank you so much. I know you took your time to be with us. We are really, really in the broad-based government. Okay, there's a question here before. Do we have anyone representing Wiper Party in the broad-based government? So far, I don't know it because the Wiper Party refused to join. We've always seen them currently playing the opposition side, and that is the side that has joined with the Wamunyoro, Martha Karua. Maybe Miguda, if you know of any Wiper person who is in the government, I don't think so. I haven't seen one. I only know of the ODM guys.
But you understand, the broad-based government, it was on the public domain, and they signed at KICC before the people that the broad-based government is exclusively for UDA and ODM, in exception of Ford Kenya and other parties. That's why there is no cause for alarm. Wiper can't be there because Wiper did not get into any formal structure agreement to work with the UDA. It was exclusively for ODM and UDA. I think that is why you can't see anybody, be it Wiper, whatever party, but ODM and UDA, and they were very clear.
Okay, thank you so much for that feedback. Gypsy Corner, I don't know whether you've gotten the. Yeah, we've answered your question. I don't know if you're satisfied with that. Yeah, as far as I'm whatever I've been seeing, Wiper, there's no one representing Wiper in the broad-based. It is more of ODM and UDA, or the Kenya Kwanza and ODM. I mean, Kenya Kwanza and ODM. Yeah, so that's what I've. Okay, thank you so much, Gypsy Corner. I want to take this opportunity again to just give a big thank you to everyone who joined us this evening. You know, you took your time to be with us. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate. Thank you so much, and for your consistent support, everyone. Thank you so much. If you interacted with that at the comment section, we really appreciate. If you watched at the viewing section and maybe you did not comment, it is still okay. We really appreciate, and we hope that you'll continue giving us the support and always joining our discussions. We appreciate. I want to take this opportunity to just wish you all a blessed night, a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, a blessed evening from wherever you are. May God bless you. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again tomorrow. Mungu awabariki na hawe nanyi. Asanteni sana. See you tomorrow.